Hi, good morning, everybody. It's game day. The Sabres are in Montreal. Let's look at it coming up. Well, the boys are back in action, and they're here in Montreal to face the dreaded Montreal Canadiens. And the Habs, by the way, guys, have won 3 in a row. And they're not going to be an easy out. I'll tell you right now, this is not going to be an easy out. I've been watching them. And they're playing a lot better, more structured under St. Louis. They're playing actually more relaxed. It's kind of like the same thing when Kruger left and Granato came in and how the boys started playing better. It's kind of the same way what's going on here under St. Louis. It's very similar. It's a very mirror image of that, of our year last year where Montreal is terrible, but they're getting their act together and they've won 3 in a row now. They're 3-7-0 their last 10, but they've won 3 in a row. And the first few games under St. Louis, they were still competitive. We seen that game we won in Montreal last time we were there, and they were competitive. They were sticking around. They were good. They were good enough, you know. So Montreal again has won 3 in a row. We've lost 3 in a row. So I like the odds of both streaks snapping, but we just don't know. Sabres now are 3-6-1 their last 10. We're 11 points in front of Montreal, even games played. So if Montreal win this, they've drawn within 9 points of us, which is kind of funny because anything can happen, right? Now, Rasmus Dahlin, from what I'm hearing, it's not that serious. He was at practice yesterday. He was in practice, and it looks like I don't know if he's good to go. I haven't heard anything yet. But he definitely is not seriously injured, which is really good news. It sounds like it was a precaution more than anything from what I'm seeing here. They're saying lower body, but it could just be a bruise. You know, they're not going to tell us. They're just not going to tell us. So look, the game's at 7:30 tonight, and then after that, okay, after this game, because this game is kind of one that, I'm banking on winning. But there is no sure outs. Like I said, we're in St. Louis in 2 days' time. At 8 o'clock in St. Louis. 2 days after that, in Dallas to close out the month. So we'll see what they're going to do. Hopefully they're going to show up a little bit stronger than what we seen last game. That was... It was a nothing happening game. Let's face it, it really was. So if we can go into this one and at least, not look too bad, because I'll tell you what, you're going to be a foul bunch to deal with if the Sabres lose this game. I can only imagine what Montreal fans or what Buffalo fans are going to be like if we lose in Montreal. It's going to be, but they're kind of due to beat us this year, which I don't like. You know, we've beaten them every time. That's in the back of their heads, and I wouldn't say we got lucky last time, but we'll see what Skinner does this time, right? We'll see how he plays in this game because we're going to have to not just lay back. And I don't think the Sabres will anyway. They're not the type of team to do that. They're the type of team to make boneheaded mistakes. Is what they're, and then stick around and stand around and watch other teams as they're in our zone. You know, like. So hopefully we won't see any of that today, because if we do that and we lose to Montreal that way, I'll be just as frustrated as any fan. Believe me, guys, I don't like losing to Montreal. So this is kind of a big game for the season, not to crash and burn really any worse. God, if we can stay in front of Montreal and then maybe float around there for now and see what we can do. But I mean, good God, if we lose this game, I'm not saying Montreal is going to catch us, but it gives them the opportunity to. This is how bad we're going right now. So I just hope the Sabres just win a game for the sake of me feeling good and watching the game and having fun. There's nothing worse for me, guys, than losing to Montreal. There's nothing worse. Like you guys, some of you it's Boston, some of you it's Toronto. Me, it's Montreal. So I kind of want them just to go into this and take it away from Montreal early. I don't know. I really don't know what we're going to do, guys, the rest of the year with this system that we're playing. It's driving me crazy. It is. It's like Montreal, I could see beating us because they're a hard-hitting team. And that worries me. Any game we play anybody is how we going to play physically in any game now. I feel hopeless in that scenario. I do. It's a very hopeless feeling that we're trying to win games with just a transition game. It's a hopeless feeling for this fan. It is. I'm hoping that we can kind of go into this game and just take it. But take it to them also. Don't just let them belt us around out there, because that's what I'm afraid is going to happen in this game today, guys. I'm afraid that if we lose, it's going to be an embarrassing loss, because we're going to be pummeled on the boards and we're going to lose at the same time. That's what worries me in a game like this. Montreal's one of the best hitting teams in the league. Regardless how their seasons went, they've maintained that identity this year. And they were the top team last year, right up there anyway. By the end, I'd have to recheck that. I'm pretty sure Montreal finished first in the league last year in that. So what can we do, right? I mean, go out there, try to hit them back at least, and try to play with them. But they're just not this tip passes and these little plays in the neutral zone, avoiding contact on the boards, and it drives me nuts. So I'm hoping we see some sort of fight in these guys today. There should be, guys, after last game. We got embarrassed last game. We did. I mean, Columbus did a real number on us, believe me, which is good. It's good. It's good they embarrassed us like that, because maybe that's a wake-up call. Maybe, I don't know. Or are we just going to go out there and skate out there like and pretend it, game to game, it doesn't matter? God, it's... I just want to see something happen today. I want to see some. I would rather, guys, I'll say it, I'd rather lose this game and hit the hell out of them all game long than win it by a finesse game. I would at this point, really. I'm at that point as a fan. I just can't take watching. It's painful to watch because, the game against Tampa, we showed up. Colorado. The game against Colorado, we showed up, and we showed up physically. We weren't just standing around getting hit by them. There was some fight in us. I didn't see any last game, really. Not until we're in trouble. And that's not a time to hit. You're supposed to just, when the guy's open, it's like, when the guy's open, you pass to him. It's the same thing when the guy's open, you lay your body on him, And I'm hoping we see some of that, because we're not seeing much this year. We're just not. It's at the point now that I'm just kind of giving up on it, and I'm not one to give up, guys. But I feel like if I talk to Granato and Adams in a room, they look at me like, what? Like they wouldn't understand that. I might show them the stat that we're at the bottom of the league in hitting. They might be, oh really? That's how it feels almost. I swear. It's just how it feels. I'm sure they're aware. They have to be. There's just no way this franchise doesn't know that's a horrible area, a glaring, horrible area right now. So I'm hoping we see some of that today, but you know what, guys? Probably not. We're probably just not going to hit. We're going to go out there and just pass the puck around and hope for the best and do a bunch of turnovers because they're hitting us. And that's probably what's going to happen in this game, I'm guessing. If we can't stand up to a team like this, okay? Because Montreal now, again, has won 3 in a row, right? So if we can't stand up to them just because they're on a bit of a streak, there's something very wrong with our system. Not our personnel, our system, okay? I love our personnel, guys. I do. I don't like our system that we play. That's what it is. If you want the cold, hard reality of what this guy's trying to say, if we would start playing meaner, I could handle a 10-game losing streak if it meant that we become that kind of team. If we kind of go into that mindset that, okay, from now on, we're not going to be pushed around by nobody. And it doesn't matter the wins and losses. Just become that team. I'll sacrifice the rest of the damn season if it means we become a team like that. I'm sick of it. Really. I feel like it's going to be short-lived every time we win because we're such a wuss team. We're such a wuss team, guys. We're just so soft. And it's hard to watch. For a guy that's watched them so long, it's so hard to watch this era because of that. Not the losses so much, the softness. I'm ranting. I'm letting this go. I'm letting this go. All right, let's see what happens in this game, okay? Let's see if we hang around Montreal in this one like we did last time and took that game, so let's see. All right, folks, go get them, Sabres. I'll see you guys tonight.